Today is March 1st, and no matter why you clicked on this episode, whether you are brand new, whether you're just curious what this 90-day run thing even means, or you simply want a structured way to build momentum, welcome. In this episode, I'm going to explain what that actually is, where the idea comes from, how it works in real life, why serious teams use it, and how to structure it so it creates momentum without turning your life into chaos. A lot of people hear 90-day run, and they imagine an extreme hustle challenge where you suddenly have to work all day, every day, and sacrifice everything. That's not what a real run is. A real 90-day run is a structured period where you simplify your priorities, raise your standards, and repeat the same high-impact actions long enough for results to become visible. A 90-day run is not about doing more random things. It's about doing fewer things with more consistency and more intensity. And that's why this concept works so well. In network marketing, and honestly, in any goal where progress is delayed, results usually don't show up the same day you do the work. People often struggle, not because they are incapable, but because they don't stay consistent long enough to build proof. They do a little here, a little there, and then they wonder why nothing changes. A 90-day run is designed to fix that exact pattern. It creates a time window that is long enough to compounding to happen, but short enough that your mind can fully commit without feeling trapped. Network marketing has a delayed reward system. In the beginning, you are learning how to communicate. You are creating exposure. You are building trust. You're following up, and decisions take time. Even when someone is interested, it often takes a few touch points before they feel clear. So if your effort is inconsistent, you never experience the payoff of your own work. You don't get enough repetitions to get good, and without skill, results stay random. A run compresses the learning curve into a real schedule. Instead of I'll build when I feel like it, it becomes for the next 90 days, I'm practicing this like a real business. That shift alone takes recruiting from emotional to operational. The first benefit is focus. When you have a defined season, you stop negotiating with yourself every day. Your brain doesn't have to decide whether you feel like building, it follows the plan. The second benefit is skill. When you do more repetitions, more outreach, more conversations, more follow-ups, you learn faster. And once you learn faster, confidence stops being a personality trait and starts being a result of practice. The third benefit is belief. Not motivational belief, but evidence-based belief. You start seeing progress, even small progress, and that progress becomes full. And the fourth benefit is culture. When a team runs together, people become more consistent because they are surrounded by standards. You're not just building alone, you're building in an environment that expects execution. Momentum is not something you wait for. Momentum is something you design. Now let me tell you why we started this run with a kickoff event on January 31st. Most teams begin a run with a message in a group chat. Everyone is excited for a day or two, and then real life returns, and the run slowly fades because nothing anchored it. We didn't want that. We wanted to run to feel like a moment, not a date, because people remember moments, they forget dates. A kickoff event creates a line in the sand. It turns maybe into I'm in. It sets a standard for how serious you are taking the next 90-day run, and it creates identity. People don't stay consistent because they have information. They stay consistent because they feel connected to something. And there is another reason. When you start publicly and intentionally, you're more likely to build structure because you can't rely on vibes. You need a plan that the team can follow. A successful run is built on 3 layers: a clear target, a clear scoreboard, and a clear weekly rhythm. First, you need a target. not a fantasy, something measurable that you can commit to. Depending on where you are, that might be a rank, a number of customers, a number of business partners, or a consistent income milestone. The point is not which target you choose, the point is that you can measure whether you're moving. Second, you need a scoreboard that measures the actions that create pipeline. In network marketing, pipeline is created through exposure and conversations, not through thinking about it. So you track actions that lead to real outcomes. When you do this, your progress becomes visible, and visibility builds consistency. Third, you need rhythm, because rhythm removes daily negotiation. The run becomes sustainable when your daily and weekly actions are repeatable inside your real life. Your run doesn't need perfect days. Your run needs repeatable days. This is also why many teams use practical tools like weekly check-ins, working sessions, and to-do lists. This stuff can help you out to stay consistent under pressure. Quick side note, if you want the deeper blueprint behind building professionally, structure, standards, and how to run phases like this without hype, my book Moonshot is linked below. It's built for people who want clarity and long-term thinking, not shortcuts. Alright, back to the run. Here is something important. The first 2 or 3 weeks of run can feel strange. You may be doing more work, but the results might not look dramatic yet. And that's where many people mentally break. They interpret the delay as failure. But delayed results are normal in this business because trust takes time, decisions take time, and follow-up is a part of the process. So during the run, you don't judge yourself by emotions in week 2. You judge yourself by execution across the full 90 days. Your job is to stay inside the process long enough for the process to start paying you back. This is also why team structure matters. Weekly working sessions, check-ins, accountability, and shared standards are not extra. They protect consistency. A run is intense, but intensity without recovery becomes chaos. That's why we like a rhythm that keeps people strong over time, not just excited for a week. A simple concept that works well is running hard for a focused block, then planning one intentional recovery day before starting the next block. The point isn't the exact formula. The point is the recovery is planned, not accidental. When recovery is planned, you don't fall off the run. You recharge inside the run. A run isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent under pressure. Most people finish a run and then disappear. And that's the biggest waste. If you do 90 days of focused work, you need to finish it like a business project. That means you give yourself a short recovery period, review what worked and what didn't, and then you lock in a new baseline. You can't stay at 200% forever, but you can upgrade your normal pace permanently. A run also reveals who executes, who learns fast, and who is ready for leadership. The run doesn't just build results, it reveals capacity. A 90-day run doesn't only build momentum, it exposes potential. So let's bring this together. A real 90-day run is a structured season where you simplify priorities, track actions that create pipeline, and follow a rhythm that your life can actually sustain. We started ours with a kickoff event on January 31st because we wanted identity, standards, and commitment before the calendar start date, and today, March 1st, becomes powerful because the decision was already made. This is how you turn motivation into a system and the system into momentum. All right, my friend, that's where we'll end today. If you're starting a 90-day run with us, I'm excited for you, and I hope this episode gave you structure instead of hype. If you want more content like this during the run, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell because we are dropping more episodes. And if you want to stay connected day to day, follow me on social media too. You'll find the links in the description and you'll also see them again at the end of the video. If you know someone who needs momentum right now, send them this episode. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.